Ladies and gentlemen, after a hiatus, we are back on Off the Clock Sports.
It's been a busy couple of weeks.
It's been a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're back in the building in full effect. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sim. Matter of fact, we'll get the names up here.
Mike.
For those who don't know us, and right now nobody's in the chat, so nobody knows us.
Right.
But
nobody knows us. Nobody
knows us. But we're back in the building and we're in full effect, ladies and gentlemen, with Off the Clock Sports. And I got one question, and it's about James Harden. First of all, I'm super glad he's not with the New York Knicks.
I think everybody that's a fan of any other team but the Clippers is super excited he's not on their team.
Yeah, because the Clippers are on a 4-game losing streak. 0-3 since acquiring James Harden. They're now 3-5 on the season.
Yeah.
And you're talking about 4 potential Hall of Famers in that starting lineup.
And can't win a game.
And can't win a basketball game. Did they get blown out tonight? Yeah, that's right. Not Kawhi Leonard over, because Kawhi ain't getting it done. Kawhi and the Clippers ain't getting it done.
My bad,
Kawhi. They're not getting it done, man.
Yeah, I think they lost by 18.
They got smacked by the Dallas Mavericks, who are playing well.
Very good.
Right? Playing well. And that's surprising to me because it's hard for me to see that Kyrie and Luka can work together. Both guys need the basketball in their hands, but somehow, some way, they're making it work.
We kind of thought they would be probably near the bottom of, not the bottom of the West, but near the bottom of the top of the the West.
Of the top guys, right? Yeah. Like 5th seed, somewhere around there maybe. But right now, the Dallas Mavericks are doing their thing.
Yeah, 7-2.
7-2. Yeah, what's that? The second best record in the league behind the Boston Celtics, who are 7-1?
Probably.
Oh, the Mavericks are, am I seeing that right? 14-4. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. See it on the screen right there? That's got to be wrong. Who knows what they're doing in the NBA right now?
18 games. Or
exactly. That's what I'm saying. What are they doing in the NBA? They're bugging out.
Oh, man.
They are tripping. It's hard for me to... I don't know.
Are they dividing the in-tournament play with the regular season play?
It can't be. Somebody made a typo.
Yeah.
NBA, get it together, bro. What are y'all doing? There's no way they played 18 games when nobody else in the league has. Well, look at the Wizards. Are 4-12. What is happening right now?
These teams haven't everybody else hadn't even hit 10 games yet.
That's what I'm saying. What is happening right now? The Brooklyn Nets 8-10?
There's no chance. So you mean to tell me there's 3 teams out of all these teams that have played almost 20 games and nobody else has played 10? Nobody's even played 10. Everybody's 9.
Somebody's getting fired or something. I don't know. Come on now. We can't even do a proper show because you can't get it right.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, boy. The Dallas Mavericks are somewhere around 8-2.
I got 7-2
like
on
that.
here.
7-2, maybe. Yeah, 7-2.
Yeah.
Whatever you're looking at is probably right. Maybe we need to go to ESPN and look at the standings instead of NBA.com, the home of the league. You know what I'm saying? And find out what the true record is. So, according to ESPN, yes, they are 7-2.
Yeah, that looks a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't know what the NBA was thinking. They are tripping.
They're bugging out. 7-2, third best record in the league. The Dallas Mavericks and the Clippers currently 3-5, lost 4 in a row. 0-3 with James Harden. Is James Harden, Mike, the biggest team cancer in the league? Is he a team killer? I mean, it's got to be between him and Kyrie Irving, but right now the Dallas Mavericks are doing pretty good with Kyrie.
I mean, with Kyrie Irving, I don't know if you can say that because every team he's gone to, they're winning. They're winning games. Yeah, they don't get to the championship other than, with the Clippers, but you had other star power there with that. James Harden, his track record has to say, yeah. It kind of has to. I mean, now he was with the 76ers last season. They had a really good record.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but they underachieved.
They definitely underachieved.
But they underachieved, right?
Yeah.
Good record. That's cool and all, but they underachieved.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, they underachieved. What else can you say?
By a long shot.
Right? They got eliminated in the second round.
Yeah.
A team that probably expected to at least be in the Eastern Conference Finals, even though it was going to be tough. Milwaukee, Boston, tough, but Milwaukee went out in the first round.
Yeah, but you had James Harden and the MVP.
Yeah, you got Joel Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid.
You got James Harden. You got Tyrese Maxey doing his thing.
Yeah, that team's supposed to make it.
Then
not,
you got
not the Heat.
Yeah,
the Heat weren't supposed to make it.
You know what I mean? So I mean, they're they underachieved. Philly underachieved. You seen what happened in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Now obviously he didn't cause everything that happened in Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving caused a lot of that, right? But teams just can't. But you look at the way that James Harden has tried to get himself out of away from teams. He did it with Houston. He wanted to get out of Houston, and he threw a hissy fit. Right? Found a way to get out of Brooklyn. I can't blame him with Brooklyn with everything that was going on. Then he found a way to get out of Philly.
I still can't believe there's teams trying to pick him up.
Taking a chance on a dude.
Yeah. There's no.
I wouldn't take a chance on James Harden.
No. The league basketball doesn't play like that anymore.
Right.
He's
And let me ask you this. How do you think the fact that his first press conference with the Clippers, he says, I don't play in the system. I am a system. Like if you're Kawhi Leonard, if you're Paul George, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take that?
You sit there and be like, what? That's about as far as you could go because you probably play it back about 52 times trying to figure out what in the world is this man talking about. Like, I'm the system.
I am the system.
Like, and then you text him like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about, bro? Like, we got 3 other Hall of Famers on this team.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he is. I feel like I don't want to get into people's personal lives, but socially, maybe he's doesn't actually mingle and mesh in with people. And maybe that's part of a problem. And then, so you never get a chance. But Kobe Bryant was like that too. But then he's kind of aloof. That's the word, aloof. Maybe he's kind of aloof.
But don't James Harden hang out quite often?
Not with his homeboys.
At clubs.
He's probably not with his homeboys. Right. Or maybe with his homeboys, not with his teammates.
Right. I don't know. I don't know about that, man.
Teammates married. That don't mean they don't go to strip clubs, but
right.
But he's out, he's out at the club, you know what he does.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like he is kind of he's a great talent, no doubt about it. And so when you add him to your team, things have to adjust, to if you're bringing in James Harden to kind of play, almost play his style, because if you have him out there on the basketball court, he's going to play his way.
Yeah. I feel like he slows everything down too slow.
He does.
Especially for the Clippers. The Clippers are a lot faster moving team.
And they've been playing with a lot of ball movement. And I'm not saying that he's playing bad with them.
Nah.
It seems like he's playing decent, but maybe there's just something about the way he plays, or maybe something about his personality that makes it tough for him to mesh with everybody else. And I don't know, man. What do you think the Clippers are going to do? They're 3-5 now, lost 4 in a row. They don't seem to be clicking.
I mean, I would say he'd be on the, he'd be out by trade deadline, but I don't think nobody's going to want him. Nobody's going to want him.
No, and I think he's going to be. I mean, they traded for him. They traded away. They traded players for him. I think they're going to keep him there. They have no choice but to try to make this work.
Yeah, they don't have a choice.
And this is to me, I think this is the last hurrah for the Clippers.
It's the last hurrah for Harden.
Yeah, it probably is.
Because this is last year on the contract, right?
Last year on the contract. Nobody wants to deal with that dude.
No.
He'll be back with the Clippers.
Do you think the Clippers are going to re-sign him?
I think they will. I think they're going to re-sign him. I think they're going to try to re-sign all of those guys.
I don't know. I mean, for one, the Clippers are an old team.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of old people on that team.
Right.
But then you got Harden. I just don't see them re-signing him.
See, I think they're
I see them trying to get, if they're able to acquire other talent, younger, I can see them doing that. Obviously, that he wouldn't be a trade in that because he'd be a free agent. But I don't know. I mean, and I guess if he does come back to the Clippers, he's not making that money.
No, he's not gonna. No, he's not gonna make this. No, probably won't make the same money. But I think they're gonna try at least 2 to 3 years with this team.
Whew.
That's what I think. I think they're gonna try a couple of years.
As it is now.
I mean,
minus a couple of people moving around.
Right, they'll add some other people around them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're gonna go with Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George for a couple of years.
Whew.
And then after that, make a decision. But I don't think it's going to work, and I think they're going to break it up.
Well, nobody better make a promise to Harden they can't keep.
I guess not. Especially because they're all from California.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got 4 guys. I don't know if they're all from L.A.
I'm not sure.
So I think they give it a try. But in my opinion, it's not going to work. And the Clippers will probably be starting over
in about 2 years. Yeah.
Something like that. Starting over from scratch. I don't know what the contract situation is, but I think they'll be starting over in about 2 years. Because I don't think it's going to work.
No, it's not going to work. They're not winning a championship with that team.
It's like with that team, it's like they're just throwing pieces. They're not really building it. They're just throwing pieces out there.
Exactly.
The Denver Nuggets built their team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just kept, they stuck with a couple of guys that they grew up, developed. They stuck with those guys, added pieces here, added pieces there. You know what I mean? And because they had so much chemistry together, so much continuity, they were able to win basketball games.
The Clippers better go find some guys from the D League or something. Because
you know what I mean? Like they, other teams around the league that are building their team. I think the Pelicans kind of built their team.
Yeah.
That they have now. They're not great, but I think they have the ability to, be good. Golden State obviously built their team. Let me see who else. Cleveland, I don't know. If you could say that Milwaukee, they built their team, right? Built their team into a championship team, and then now they've added Damian Lillard. You can kind of say that about Philadelphia, Boston. Excuse me, Boston.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, built their team. The Clippers, they're just kind of throwing guys together. Not really building anything. They're just throwing people out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you used to be a superstar? Come on.
5 years ago, you're a superstar. You can
Right.
make it happen
Yeah, come
again.
on, let's happen. Let's do it. It's like the Nets did back in the day with Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of them dudes.
3 to 5 years past their prime.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And
And
try to
thought
put
they
them
were
all in there and
yeah.
let them hobble their way to the finish line. It wasn't going to happen. It's not
Wasn't
going to
even
happen with the Clippers.
wasn't even close.
The Lakers tried to do it a long time ago with Karl Malone
Yeah.
and all
I
of them
remember
guys.
that. Yeah. Oh, my
Gary
Lord.
Payton. You know, hobble bandage together a bunch of old guys and try to make it work.
Yeah, it didn't come to fruition at all.
Yeah.
Not even
You
a
know what I
little
mean?
bit.
But, you know, I don't know. I think that's going to crash and burn with the Clippers. I think it's going to crash and burn. I'm here for it. I like to see teams when
Right.
they try to put
Right.
all these guys together. I like to see them crash and burn.
Oh, yeah.
I like to see that.
I'm going to tell you, when I first saw that Harden got traded to the Clippers, I was I'm not even a Clippers fan. I'm not a Harden fan, but I was like, what? Why? Why would you do that? I was like, maybe they got rid of Paul George or they got rid of Kawhi or Russell Westbrook. No, they kept all four of them, which is fine.
Yeah.
But why?
Right.
Why? Like,
I don't know. And
why
Philadelphia,
would the Clippers even be part of that?
because they needed a point guard. They needed a guy. They needed another guard. And so they looked at him as, they didn't care if it fit what they were doing. And hey, that's James Harden. Let's put him out there on the floor.
Apparently.
We got Ty Lue. He can make it work.
Right.
I don't even believe that much in Ty Lue. Not trying to diss him, but
as
everybody, as a Knicks fan, people always want to get rid of Tom Thibodeau.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the names that people always bring up is Ty Lue. And I'm like, why are you bringing up Ty Lue? What has he done? I know he won a championship, but that's because he had LeBron.
Right.
I would have won that championship with LeBron and Kyrie.
Hey, LeBron, just go out there and win a championship. All right, coach.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People always, Ty Lue. And I'm like, Ty Lue is cool and all of that. I get it, but I don't think he's this great coach that people talk about just because he won a championship. That was more because he had great players on the basketball team. And you still had to do a lot to deal with their personalities and all of that. But they were going to win that championship with or without Ty Lue, in my opinion.
I say, give me Mark Jackson.
There
give him
go.
another chance
there
to be
go.
back in.
Yeah, get Mark Jackson in there.
I still ain't figured out why he has been back as a coach. Since
he's
the
drama.
Departure.
He's drama.
He was drama? I didn't really hear too much about him at Golden State. I mean,
it was about like he was doing, no diss towards people who are religious, but I guess he was like doing a lot of religious stuff, and not like I don't know, like getting on people or something. I don't know.
No.
And
they don't like that.
I guess they didn't like. I don't know.
He was building a team. Who cares?
I mean, he built
if
the
it works,
team.
then let it go.
He built a really good team, and obviously Steph Curry is a devout Christian too. So he says.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But he built a really good basketball team. I guess there was just some drama. I forgot everything it was. I did read, but it's been a while. I forgot everything that it was. But he had some stuff going on. A little bit that has to do with that stuff. Maybe he was just like preaching it or condemning people. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's some other just drama stuff too. Like Mark Jackson is a drama guy.
Right. You about to say drama queen, weren't you?
Drama king or something.
Drama king.
You know what I mean? He's a drama. That's why I think people stay away from him in the league right now.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think. But I don't think Ty Lue. I know he dealt with Kyrie and LeBron. You know what I mean?
That was a super team. So,
but these guys right here, they have their I guess they figure Ty Lue can handle their personalities or whatever it is. Kawhi doesn't even have a personality.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm not a big believer in Ty Lue like that.
Nah. And I don't know if it really matters who would have been the coach of the Clippers. That's a lot of, obviously, like you said, you only got only three big personalities on that team. because Kawhi doesn't really have one.
Right.
Everybody else is a huge personality, especially Westbrook and Harden.
Especially Russ. Yeah, those two dudes.
Those two right
Paul
there.
George is kind of cool. He's
Yeah.
just Paul George. He's chill.
He's like, just pass me the ball. I'll knock down
do
a
my
three.
thing.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So-
He's chill, but those other two guys, they got some personalities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Weird personalities.
Yeah. I was about to say.
It's not like they're just like loud mouth, this and that. They're different.
They're very different.
They're different. I like Russell Westbrook though, and what he brings.
I like his energy.
Yeah, I like Russell
love his
Westbrook.
energy. Yeah.
But he's kind of different too.
Yeah, he's definitely different.
You know what I'm saying? So Ty Lue, I hope you are as good as of a coach as people say, because you got some people, you got a couple of guys you got to deal with on that Clipper team.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, but the rest of the league, man, what's going on with the league right now? Philadelphia 76ers got rid of James Harden. Well, then never even brought him into training camp. That's the wild
he just
thing.
Didn't even show up, right?
But then he tried to.
And then they're like, nah,
They was like, nah, it's not happening. So he thought he had enough power where he was going to be like, nah, I ain't coming to training camp. Oh, yeah, I'm coming now.
Right.
And they was just going to accept him.
And they collected the money after finding him, right?
Yeah. Something, yeah. You know what I mean? Man,
but not showing
up. That garbage. Get out of here. And now they're 7-1.
7-1.
7-1 right now. On top of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, they've won 7 in a row. The Celtics are 6-2. Number 2 in the Eastern Conference.
I'm surprised to see the Indiana Pacers up there.
Pacers are 6-3.
That's the big surprise for me.
3 in a row.
Yeah.
And they're scoring points.
Yeah. I mean,
it's crazy. This team is scoring points. They just scored 152 points the other day.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just beat the Bucks 126-104.
I mean,
a couple of days ago.
They're averaging like 130 points a game.
Yeah, it's
That's
wild
ridiculous.
what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I don't know if they can keep up this pace. Right? I don't know if they can keep up this pace. But right now they're playing good basketball. 126 points per game. 30.7 assists per game.
Holy smokes.
For the Pacers.
That's ridiculous.
6-3 on the season. Right? 6-3 on the season. Number 3 in the Eastern Conference so far. But this is what happens in the NBA all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The first 20 games of the season, you'll have a team that
but they're beating.
You have a couple of teams that, get a good early start.
Yeah. But they're beating good teams at least at the beginning of the season.
Are.
It's not like they're beating the bottom of the barrel right now.
Right. They're beating good teams. I don't know if it's gonna last with them.
Probably not.
But we'll see.
I mean, it could be, but I don't think they are. They could sneak into the playoffs, though.
Yeah, they could. I mean, they could definitely sneak into the playoffs. Right now, they're the number 1 scoring team in the NBA at 126 points per game. Yep, followed by the Dallas Mavericks at 122.8.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll see how good they do if they continue, to play at this clip. The Boston Celtics. Oh, I'm sorry. The Atlanta Hawks. They're 5-3.
Yeah. That's that's a surprise as well. But they've been playing well. I watched a couple of their games. Trae Young has some good chemistry right now.
Yeah.
Really good chemistry.
Yeah. The Knicks beat them, but they're doing well. But the Knicks beat them, though.
Yeah.
The Knicks beat them,
Always coming right around back to the Knicks. He couldn't wait 2 more rows to go before he brings up the Knicks.
Milwaukee is 5-3. I'm expecting Milwaukee. They're gonna get it together.
Yeah.
I still expect them. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I expect them to be in the top 3 anymore.
Well, I think there was something about their defense. It dropped from top 5 in the deep,
in the
when
league.
in the league
Mhm.
from last season to like number 26 or something like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah. When they played the Knicks, that's the only game that I've watched them play. I don't know. It didn't look like, but obviously it's early and
yeah,
they're still figuring it out. But
they
it
got about
didn't look to me like they're gonna be top 3. I don't know if they're gonna be top 3.
right. I mean,
We'll
they still
see.
got 74 games to
Still got a
go.
lot of
So
games to go. The Knicks 4-4 on the season. Won their last 2 games. There was some turmoil in Nick Nation because they were 2-4.
that's because your boy was over there couldn't
And
make a
Julius
shot to
Randle
save his
couldn't do
life.
nothing. This
Yeah,
was the thing. Julius Randle was bumming,
yeah.
but
But he does that every year, pretty much, right?
what?
Kind
Start
of.
off the season like that?
Well, not start of the season like that, but he has a slump somewhere in the season
Yeah,
where he
somewhere
kind of goes
he has
super cold.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he definitely has his moments where he goes cold. They started off, they played the Celtics. Probably should have won that game if they made free throws. They lost the game by a couple of points and missed like 12, 13 free throws or
Goodness.
something crazy, right? Then they beat the Hawks. They played the Bucks and they lost. They went right down to the wire and lost to the Bucks. Had a 2-point lead with like 2 minutes left or something like that. Lost to the Bucks.
Right.
So all of the games that they played, they were right there and could have and should have won. But either they missed free throws or they didn't have Julius Randle step up and play. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But the past couple of games, they've really been playing good basketball. So we'll see. But right now they're 4-4. Their defense is way ahead of their offense right now. They may have the best defense in the league right now.
Who's that?
The Knicks.
Oh,
Yeah, they be shutting teams down.
I mean, they're only letting about 102 points scored on them a game,
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
which is
102
looks
points per game.
like it's probably the best.
That's the best in the Eastern Conference for sure. 102 points per game scored against
Tied up with Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah, 102.3 points per game. So, one of the top 2 teams in the league defensively right now. Offensively is another story.
Yeah.
They only score 107 points per game. And of course, that's going to be down towards the bottom of the league. As a matter of fact, it's worse than the Eastern Conference, and it's second worst in the league. So
yeah, they're not scoring the points, but they ain't letting you score either.
They're not letting you score either. But right now, they score more points than they give up.
Yeah,
score 107, give up 102.
That's a lot. That's too close for comfort.
But they're we'll see. We'll see if their offense can kick in the gear. The Magic are 4-4. Haven't paid attention to them much. Toronto 4-4. These teams right here, Orlando, Toronto, I don't expect them to stay there.
No.
Not even Toronto. I think Toronto's on the verge of a breakdown, right? They lost Fred VanVleet.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think they're on the verge of a breakdown. Might as well tear that thing apart and restart. Orlando's just a young team with young players. Actually, they got Boncaro. He's good. He's really good.
Yeah, but is he good enough to hold this team for the rest of the season?
Nah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. Not yet, at least. The Brooklyn Nets are 4-5 on the season. They're about where I would expect them to be, 500 basketball, a playing team. The Charlotte Hornets are 3-5 on the season. The Knicks play them on Sunday. I'm expecting the Knicks to spank them.
Do you think this is going to be pretty much those top 6 teams? It's going to be their league. I mean, the conference the rest of the season.
I think Cleveland
top 6 in the East.
No, I think Cleveland finds a way to sneak in there, and Indiana drops out.
Okay.
I don't think Indiana's going to stay that good.
Nah, I don't think so either.
They give up 121 points per game. They're scoring 126 and giving up 121. At some point in time, teams are going to figure out how to shut down that 126.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're that good right now. But who knows, though? I just don't think they're that good right now. But I think Cleveland enters that top 6. Indiana falls out.
All right.
That's what I think happens eventually. And then, you got Miami. I don't know how good Miami's going to be, what they're going to be this year.
I don't know what they're doing.
The Bulls, bums. The Wizards, bums. The Pistons, bums.
It looks like the Wizards are letting the most points be scored against them by a long
126.5.
shot. Is that in the whole league?
Yeah, 126.5 is what teams are scoring against the Washington Wizards. Let me see. Is that the worst in the league? I think it's the worst in the league.
I feel like it is.
Yeah. The next is the Spurs. They're giving up 124.9.
Yeah. They really only have like one superstar on that team. So
who on the Spurs?
Yeah. I mean, they got two.
I mean, he ain't even a star
yeah,
yet.
he's not even a
just,
star.
You know, a wannabe or a soon-to-be star.
Wizards supposed to have two stars on their team.
Who? Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole.
Yeah, but they getting smoked. You letting 126 points get scored, and you only scoring 119 a game.
They need to keep getting smoked. So when I buy those Knicks tickets, they can be cheaper.
Then they let somebody score like 150 some points on them this season already.
It might have been the Pacers.
It may have,
because I know the Pacers scored 152.
That's ridiculous.
152 points. It's a lot of points.
Oh,
it's a lot of points, man. Western Conference, of course, the Denver Nuggets are leading the way in the Western Conference. And then the Dallas Mavericks, 7-2 behind the Denver Nuggets. It's just surprising to me. I just didn't really think it was going to work between Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
But maybe it's going to. Maybe it's gonna. Maybe a place like Dallas is what Kyrie needed.
But they seem like they're having fun out there.
Yeah.
Kyrie and Luka look like they just enjoying the game right now. And that's probably what's helping them stay out of their heads and win games.
I need the Dallas Mavericks to be top 8.
Top 8?
And it'd be nice if they fall like to 7 or 8.
Why is that?
Because the Knicks got their pick.
Right.
Gotcha. And so, you know, and it's protected. It's like top 10 protected.
Right.
It's top 10 protected. You know, so if they're like top 10 protected throughout the league. Mm-hmm. So if they're like 7 or 8, you know what I'm saying? In the Western Conference, they're gonna make the playoffs. You know, that pick isn't gonna be in the top 10, but that pick is gonna end up being 15, 16, 17, or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is a very, very nice pick.
Yeah.
Very nice pick. So I need Dallas, do your thing, man. I'm rooting for you.
But fall down.
Fall down a little bit.
Fall down a little bit.
You know, fall down a little bit, but I'm rooting for you. Give us that. Because last year they tanked.
Yeah.
At the end of the season. See, they had a chance. Then, like they had a chance. They could have made the play-in. They had a chance to make the play-in. But they decided we're gonna sit everybody. And Mark Cuban said it. We're tanking it out. We're gonna tank. Because they didn't want to get that 10th pick to the Knicks.
Right.
That's why they tanked. You know what I'm saying?
And they took that. He took that fine too.
And he took the fine.
He didn't care. I mean, I guess billionaire.
No, yeah, that was nothing.
Yeah, that was pocket change.
That was nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? So I need them to keep playing good basketball. Even if they're top 6, whatever. I want my pick. I want my pick. Golden State 6-3 on the season. Let me not skip over Minnesota. They're 6-2.
I don't think that's going to sustain.
You know, I just don't think they're that. Yeah. I think they're always going to be. Well, right now they're going to be a middle of the pack team.
They're always a middle of the pack.
Anthony Edwards, star.
Yeah,
he's a star.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That kid can. And Karl Anthony Towns is a star, but I don't know.
One of them going to get hurt. I ain't trying to put it on them, but. It is
right now they're winning games by a 10-point margin.
Yeah. And look at that.
Scoring 112, giving up 102.
Yeah, they're not giving up a ton of points.
No, they've won 5 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, maybe it's real. Maybe it's true.
And they're 4-0 in the conference. So.
Yeah. Yep. Golden State Warriors 6-3. About where we thought they'd be. The Houston Rockets.
That's a surprise right there.
5-3. They've won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
But they've put together with Fred VanVleet, with Dylan Brooks, and some other guys that they brought in. They put together a squad that can be very competitive defensively. Right? They're only giving up 106 points per game.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And they're young, right? They got a coach who's a disciplinarian. They might surprise some people.
Yeah.
They might surprise some people. OKC 5-4. They got an All NBA guy. I could see them maybe staying around 5-4. The Phoenix Suns, no way they stay at 4-4. Right now, Devin Booker is hurt.
Yeah.
And he's killing. He's killing my fantasy league.
They've had some close games.
Yeah.
Like they're not like smoking teams right now.
They're not. But I don't think they've had a chance for all three of the guys to play together like that either.
Have all three of them not played at the same time in the game yet this season?
They might not have. I don't know. I'm not sure. Because I know Bradley Beal was out at the beginning of the season.
He was.
I think Kevin Durant's been there now. Devin Booker's out. Maybe they played 1 or 2 games.
Maybe.
So the Kings 4-4, the Pelicans 4-5, the Lakers 3-5. I think all of those teams probably stay about right there. The only team that I think rises up is the Phoenix Suns.
Right.
Well, actually, excuse me. Hope them girls didn't give me no. no. Let me say that the right way.
Right.
My basketball players have been sick. Hopefully, they didn't make me sick. I say that the right way.
Right.
Houston could. You would think Houston might drop out of that. Phoenix would rise up into that top 6.
I could see Houston and Minnesota probably dropping out of there. Maybe OKC.
Maybe OKC. I mean, you would expect the Clippers at some point are going to rise back up.
Who knows?
Who knows what's going to happen there? Portland, we expected them to be 3-5. Yeah. San Antonio, we expected them to not be good. They're 3-6. Utah, we didn't really expect them to be good. But Memphis, we did not expect 1-8.
No. Memphis is always usually in the middle of the pack, ready to make the playoffs from the start to the end.
Right. And when Ja Morant is there, they're top in the one of the top 4 teams in the Western Conference normally when he's there.
But he is suspended, for another 10 games?
Something like that. But you got Marcus Smart playing that. I figured with Marcus Smart playing that point guard role, it would help keep them afloat. 500 team until Ja got back.
But they're not giving up a ton of points either. I mean, they're giving up 115.
Only scoring 109.
But only scoring 109.
So they're scoring less than they're letting their opponents score.
Yeah.
1-8. And Jaren Jackson Jr. got ejected last night, whenever it was, because he's frustrated.
Yeah.
He's frustrated, They've lost 2 in a row. Yeah, that's the league right now, man. That's the league. I don't know. That Western Conference has a lot of teams in it. I wouldn't put it past there being a team in this Western Conference that falls out of, that doesn't even make the play-in, but they have a winning record.
Who's that?
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past this happening in the Western Conference.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I can see that happening. Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Sacramento will end up with a winning season. How do you feel about New Orleans?
I think New Orleans is going to stay about 500.
About 500?
Yeah, and I think they're going to be ready to break that down too.
You think that Zion's on his way out?
No, I think they're going to keep Zion. I think Brandon Ingram might be on the way out.
Oh.
CJ McCollum.
You keep Ingram over Zion?
No, you keep Zion over Ingram.
I mean, Zion over Ingram.
Yeah, I think so. Zion is way more star power than Brandon Ingram.
But he gets hurt way more.
He gets hurt They both get hurt a lot, but
They do. They do.
but I think I don't think nothing's happening with the Pelicans, even with Zion. Nothing's happening. They might as well try to right now while Zion is just 22 years old, 23 years old, break it down and build around them, rebuild around them right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Break it all down and rebuild around them right now while he's still this young.
They get some good pieces for Ingram.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you wait until he's 28 to try to do it,
yeah,
he's gonna be like, man, I'm done with this place.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, he's 23. You break down. By the time he's 26, you can be back. He'll be at the top of his game, and you can be back.
Yeah.
Really, really competitive. Right now, they're just meddling.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Definitely.
They're not doing anything.
Nah, they ain't doing nothing.
I think it's time for the Lakers to break it down.
They're an old team too.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're old.
Now I did see something famous rap star saying that the Lakers need to let AD go. And they'll win a championship.
I don't know if they're gonna win a championship. They let him go, but they probably need to move on from it. Let him, let that man rock.
Yeah.
Let him rock, because LeBron too. I don't know how many more years LeBron has, but they're not doing nothing. I don't think. I mean, they went to the Western Conference Finals last year though. So
yeah.
After being a playing team. So let me not talk too soon.
And they didn't start off their season last season too hot either.
Most of the season it felt like they weren't even gonna make it.
Right. Until the end. The end is like the last 12 games.
Yeah.
They went on a little run.
Yeah. And maybe they're just that kind of team. Throughout the season, they're just gonna meddle around, but in the playoffs, they can be dangerous because you have a LeBron. You got guys that's been there. Maybe they're gonna be like that.
We're like, all right, well, since we can't sit, we're just gonna barely be relevant the whole season, and all of a sudden just turn it on.
Just turn it on. You know what I mean? I mean, last season it was almost two playing teams in the finals.
I mean, yeah.
It could have been Miami and the Lakers.
Lakers were one series away.
Yeah, they were both playing teams. They both went to the conference finals.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna head out so I can go home and get some sleep because I got a training in the morning.
You tell. I gotta hit the road
12:53.
It is. It's late night. Sitting here watching these
crazy.
NBA games on that channel, flipping back, watching 4 games at the same time.
Right. It's 12:53. My goodness. I need to go home and let my dogs out so they can go to the bathroom. I hope. They're good dogs and they don't go to the bathroom in the house, but they're probably like, all right, you keep on playing around, you're gonna find something.
Right. You sitting down or walking into something.
For real.
You ain't gonna like it either.
No doubt. Well, let me get up out of here, man. I don't know. Anything you want to just say before we rock?
Nothing really. Can't wait to I'm really excited to see what this in-season championship thing is going to look like.
Yeah.
Near the end. So, I'm excited to see that. So I don't know about you. I want to see what that looks like.
Yeah. I definitely, I'm interested in seeing the way it all works out and how the fans are responding to it. If those games, I know some of the announcers tonight were like, oh, these teams are playing so intense basketball because it's the in-season tournament. I'm like,
they're just playing basketball.
Hooping,
this is the beginning of the season. What are you talking about? Beginning of the season, everybody playing hard at the beginning.
Talking about,
ain't nobody tanking in the first 10 games of the season.
Lying like a mug. You know what I'm saying? He's lying like a mug.
First 10 games, they're like, it's over with. Let's tank.
Right. But anyway, folks, man, James Harden, team killer. Team killer. The worst team cancer in the league.
TK. TK Harden.
Folks, we're out of here, man.
Peace.